there, everyone. My name is Charlie Call, BC matrix number BC251762. We are from Group 9 Sunflower. Today, I will introduce the first page of our newsletter. The topic is Master Your Money with Smart Budgeting. First, I would like to welcome everyone to our newsletter. Our goal is to help people understand the importance of budgeting and encourage better money management. Budgeting is not only about saving money, but also about making smarter financial decisions for our future. Many people wonder why they always run out of money before the end of the month. In reality, it's usually because of small daily expenses, such as buying coffee, shopping online, or eating out frequently. Although each purchase seems small, these expenses can add up over time. However, budgeting does not mean we have to stop enjoying life. Instead, it helps us spend wisely, reduce unnecessary spending, and save more money for our future goals, such as education, traveling, or buying a car. Now, let's look at the importance of budgeting. A budget helps us keep track of our income and expenses, so we know exactly where our money is going. It also helps us avoid overspending, missing bill payments, or using too much credit. In addition, budgeting encourages us to save regularly. Financial experts recommend having an emergency fund that can cover around 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This gives us better financial security when unexpected situations happen, such as losing a job or facing medical emergencies. In conclusion, budgeting is a simple but powerful habit. It gives us a better control over our finance and help us achieve our financial goals with confidence. That's all from me. Now I will pass to my group member. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Li Yue and my metric number is BC251257. Now I will explain about the steps to create a budget. The first step is to calculate your net income. A crucial rule here is to base your budget entirely on your actual take-home pay after deduction like EPF, social, and tax, rather than your gross salary. If you have stable side income, you can include them, but remember to use a conservative estimate if your income tends to fluctuate. Once you know what's coming in, step 2 is to track your spending. Gather your bank statement, e-wallet transaction histories, and credit bills from the last 2 to 3 months. Group your expenses into two main categories, which is fixed expenses and variable expenses. For the fixed expenses, these are non-negotiable bills that stay the same every month, such as your rent, car loans, insurance premium, and subscription. For the variable expenses, these are costs that change month to month, like groceries, petrol, and entertainment. Next, step 3 is to choose a strategy that fits your lifestyle. Two highly effective methods you can choose from are method A, which is the 50-30-20 rule, or method B is the zero-based budget. For method A, you allocate 50% of your income to needs like essential living expenses, housing, utilities, and transportation. 30% goes to wants, which are your lifestyle choices like dining out, hobbies, and traveling. The remaining 20% is set aside for saving and debt, building an emergency fund, investing, or aggressively paying off highly interest debt. Method B is the zero-based budget. With this method, your income minus expenses must equal zero. Every single dollar is assigned to a specific savings until you have zero unallocated dollar left. This is an amazing strategy to prevent money from quietly slipping through the cracks. Step 4 focus on automation and adjustment. First, automate your saving by setting up an automatic transfer on payday to move your saving into a separate account before you even get a chance to spend it. Second, trim the excess. If you notice your expenses are exceeding your income, look at your variable ones first and start cutting back there. Finally, step 5 is to review and pivot monthly. A budget isn't something you set and forget. Spend just 15 minutes at the end of each month to check your progress and adjust your upcoming unique expenses, like a scheduled car service or paying your road tax. In conclusion, budgeting isn't about restricting your life, it's about making your money work intentionally for the things that matter most to you. By following these 5 steps, you will build a healthier, stress-free relationship with your personal finance. Thank you. Next, I will pass to my group member.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Arif Azimi. My matric number is BC252872. Today I will explain about emergency fund calculation and the 50-30-20% budgeting rule. So first, let's look Sally monthly budget. So Sally is a student with monthly income of 1,500 ringgit. Her monthly expenses are for the food, 450 ringgit, for rent 250 ringgit, and utilities for 200 ringgit, and lastly entertainment for 300 ringgit. So this gives her a total monthly expense of 1,200 ringgit. So how to calculate her remaining income? We subtract the total expenses from her monthly income. So 1,500 ringgit minus 1,200 ringgit equals 300 ringgit. So this means Sally has 300 ringgit left every month. She can use this money to build an emergency fund, save for future goals, or invest for long-term financial growth. Having an emergency fund is important because it helps cover unexpected expenses such as medical bills, repairs, or other emergencies without borrowing money. So now I will explain the 50-30-20% rule, which is a simple budgeting method. So the first 50% is for needs. These essential expenses such as food, rents, utilities, transportation, and other basic living costs. These are the most important expenses that should be paid first. So the next is 30% for wants. These are things that improve our lifestyle but are not necessary. For example, entertainment, shopping, eating at the restaurant, or hobby. We should control our spending in this category to avoid wasting money. So finally, 20% for saving. This money should be used for saving, building an emergency fund, or investing for the future. Saving regularly helps us become financially secure and prepare for unexpected situations. By managing income wisely and following the 50-30-20% rules, Sally can control her expenses, save money consistent, and build strong emergency fund for the future. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Natasha and my matric number is BC252950. Thank you Arif, and now I will continue with smart budgeting tips and common mistakes. This slide highlights some smart budgeting tips and common mistakes that people should avoid. Starting with the budgeting tips on the left, the first one is pay yourself. This means you should set aside some money for saving before spending on other things. By doing this, saving becomes a habit rather than something you do only if there is money left. The second tip is to avoid impulse purchasing before buying something. Ask yourself whether it is a need or just a want. This helps reduce unnecessary spending. The third tip is to compare price before making a purchase. By checking different store or online platform, you can get the best value for your money. Lastly, using cash or debit card instead of credit can help you stay within your budget. because you only spend the money you actually have. Now, looking at the common budget mistake on the right, many people fail to prepare for emergency, do not save consistently, and do not track their spending habit. Another common mistake is relying too much on buy now, pay later service, which may lead to unnecessary debt if it not managed properly. In conclusion, another tips below the budgeting tips is key takeaway. Successful budgeting require consistent saving, careful spending, and regular financial monitoring. On the other side, financial experts recommend having an emergency fund cover 3 to 6 months of life expense. In conclusion, smart budgeting is about building good financial habits such as saving regularly, monitoring your expense, and maintaining emergency fund to achieve better financial stability. Thank you.
Okay, so I will continue. My name is Intan Shafika binti Rasi and my matrix number is BC252978. So I will continue with the real life example of how budgeting can improve our personal financial management through the story of Sarah. So before budgeting, Sarah spent her monthly allowance without tracking her expenses, which is she oftenly order food online and also purchase unnecessary items. As a result, she frequently ran out of money before the end of the month and had no saving. So after the budgeting, Sarah started monitoring her spending regularly. So she reduced unnecessary purchases and set clear saving goals. Within the 3 months, she successfully saved 300 ringgit and developed better financial habits. So for the part of budget comparison, for the food and delivery expenses, decreased from 150 ringgit to 80 ringgit, which is she can saving around 70 ringgit per month. For the shopping expenses, decreased from 100 ringgit to 40 ringgit, which is she save 60 ringgit per month. And transport expenses, entertainment, and also most importantly, her saving increased from 0 to 100 ringgit per month. So this demonstrate how small adjustment in our financial can lead to significant financial improvement. So the key lesson from Sarah's story is 1, track our expenses daily. 2, differentiate between needs and also wants. And last but not least is she set realistic saving goals and stay committed to your budget plan. So in conclusion, budgeting is a simple but powerful habit that helps us to manage our income and expenses effectively. So it can reduce our financial stress, help us to achieve our goals, and also create a more secure financial future. So a budget also is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. So the last page, which is we have also the references for this newsletter. So that's all from our group. So thank you.